What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna check out some charts. We're gonna check out Bitcoin. Also, it was interesting. I was talking to somebody, and they were wondering why weekend trading seems so weird. Uh, well, it's a couple reasons, and I'm gonna show you right now with a couple charts. So, the reason why we're live actually is just so I can go through multiple tokens, and if I happen to get chat, great. If more than likely not, well, hey, it's all good. Leave a comment below if you're seeing this later. Also, join the Discord. The links are down below. And follow me on Twitter. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out Bitcoin and see what it's doing. So we can see we were in this broadening wedge. We fell out of it. We can see what our measured move to the downside was based off top to bottom. You can see we're not quite there. We were supposed to see a 7% move. We're finding support off of this macro support level. The way that we got that is come out to the weekly. And on the weekly, you can see the candle. This isn't even the right spot. Wow, what am I doing? Where did I get this level from? I take it back. We got it from the daily. Okay, cool. Look left. You can see we had resistance, resistance, resistance. It even flipped as support for one day right here. So this is a level in which we should see a little support. And then we have the wicks and candle closes down here at 18.9. Now noted, I have this green line here for one reason or another. Oh, because of this trading range right here, which it's a candle low close from when the rally started. That's why I have this green line here, which also I believe I could raise it up. This actually, in my eyes, would be a great spot for a long, which also coincides with our move down, 7% move. You can see we had our golden cross. We do have the 50 simple moving average moving up, but if we check out the weekly, it is completely certain we will see the first time ever, unless a miracle happens throughout the day and into candle close, we should see the first ever death cross on the weekly. So we'll see how the markets react to that. Honestly, we have zero data, so anybody taking bets on that, good luck. May the odds be in your favor. But we have no clue. Now let's go ahead and drop down to the 4-hour. Now on the 4-hour, you can see we do have a rounded bottom. So rounded bottoms are actually very good for accumulation. You can see it right there. But if we are going to do that, we could create a nice little handle and then see upside. But what you really want to see, let's make this a little cleaner. Anyways, what you really want to see is a break of this level. Probably see a little bit of resistance up here at 22.35. We could even rally as high as this level of resistance. It will be a level of resistance at 22.748. We could see that. And then we have our high volume node up here at 22.992. So, if we do see a short-term rally, that's all I'm thinking it is, a short-term rally, it's going to reset our indicators for the 4-hour. Our stochastic is getting up there. Our MACD is still in the bearish control zone. We're still in the bearish control zone for the relative strength index as well. So that's what we're seeing out of the 4-hour. Let's check and see what we should expect while we're sleeping. So remember, rounded bottoms are accumulation patterns. So you should expect to see an upswing. Now on Bitcoin, we do see this flag forming. We have our downsloping resistance as well as our upsloping support. And a beautiful little flag here. So I would expect in the short term this to play out. Very short term, so in the evening might not be a good idea to short because Bitcoin looks like it's ready to move up 1.13%. So yeah, might be a bad idea to short at the moment. So if you are in any shorts, which I currently am, I might want to get out. Sheesh. Sheesh. My short's going pretty darn well at the moment, so we will check my trade as well. But that's what we see out of Bitcoin. So based off Bitcoin's price action, that's going to make a lot of decisions for us when it comes to other tokens. Now, here comes the craziness. I'm gonna pull this up on a fresh chart so you guys can see what I see. This is a Binance chart. Let's make it clean. Let's make it clean so you guys can see everything that I see. Now, looking at Binance, where the most trading volume out of any exchange is, we're checking out Phantom. Phantom token. First off, macro support and resistance. It is our weekly candle closes. So we have a nice little pocket down here. Weekly candle closes are usually a good way to see what strong resistance and strong support are. So if you end up looking at the candle close here, you can see resistance, posed as resistance this whole time. You can even raise it up a little bit. Right there. You can raise it up a little bit because of these two candles right here. You can even see when you came down, you found support, bounced off of it. Now you touched it, you wicked up to it, you wicked, you fell below. Now it looks like we're trying to find support on it. We are trying to find support on it. And noted, it is kind of a little pocket. Let's go ahead and bring this down smaller, considering we do have multiple candle closes. So we can say it's a nice little pocket of support and resistance right here. And that's currently where we're sitting in the pocket. So at this point, we can either find support or more resistance. Let's go down to the daily. As we go down to the daily, you can see we had this nice upswing, and we're currently backtesting at support. Yesterday was a bullish engulfing candle, which is great. So we would refer to this as a spring, and now we could be technically backtesting the spring. Now, this is where things start getting a little nutty. All right, we're gonna go down to the 4 hour for this. Coming down to the 4 hour. 4 hour, you can see we are curving to the downside, which that's never nice to see. But we have this right here, overhead level of resistance, and then we have our level of support based off where the rally started. Where it started, that is your anchor point. Right here, we have a touch right there. So we have almost touch, but we have a real touch, wick, 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 and then we came up. So that right there is indicating we are in a falling wedge pattern, which falling wedge patterns, vast majority of the time, break to the upside. And if that happens, we have a massive bull flag. This thing is going to go absolutely bonkers. I messed up. I didn't show you where the overhead resistance is. This is why Phantom is such a great play right now, possibly. So you have your next macro resistance up here. 91.94. That's your next macro resistance. And then you have a little pocket right above it. Little pocket. There's your little pocket right above. So you would expect, if you hold this level, you spring, you backtest the spring, you could see massive gains. Absolutely massive. The percentage you're looking at between these two levels, 99%. That's disgusting. It's huge. But there's just a lack of volume in there. So back to our daily, you can see stochastic reset. You're in neutral control zone. Phantom, if Bitcoin decides to go up, Phantom is ready to go up. All right, we're bringing it down to the 1 hour. This is why weekend price action is very weird. So you can see we had this massive drop. With that massive drop, it created its own pattern. So now we have a pattern within a pattern. Right here, this downward sloping resistance. Where did the rally start? Right here. Actually, it's right back here. Rally started. And where's our first anchor point? Right here. So we're going to do this. We're going to do that right there. Now you have a falling wedge within a falling wedge. What do we do with this information? Also, let's change the color here. So this, we're going to turn it yellow. We're going to turn it yellow. Just so we can keep our colors straight. So we can keep them straight. Now, we do have a measured move, which would be this. Upon a breakout and successful backtest, could be anywhere in this range. We're just going to bring it down to the lower support level. So you could end up coming up, testing, coming back down, and then going. Could happen. You could wick up to your sell point. I just think it will come up. I think it will come back down to backtest. That's where the measurement starts. So that's why I have that there. Anyways, you can see all the chop in here. So I'm going to explain exactly why things get so convoluted on the weekend. So we had this downward level of resistance. We're going to turn this green. We're going to make it a 2 because this is the shortest shortest time frame. So this is what you're expecting to see sooner. You had this upward level of support right here. Upward level of support. You saw if you had a hit, you bounced, you bounced, you bounced again, false breakdown, come back up, then you broke down. This is where the bears got trapped, and this is why this happened. Now, to further the weirdness, you have another pattern. This is why weekend trading is so very difficult. We're going to turn this one blue. Actually, no, not blue. We're going to turn it pink. Turn it pink. We need a different shade of pink. We need something lighter. There we go. Turn it pink. Turning it pink. So now you had another bull flag. What is your measured move out of said bull flag? This right here. Did we manage to get to our measured move? Yes, we did. We overperformed. We hit our measured move and we fell over. See where the confusion comes in? Because now everyone's like, okay, cool, we're going down to the bottom of the structure. No, we're not. You forgot about this other pattern. This green one. You also forgot this is just a formal back test. So now you have every opportunity to make the move again and hit resistance before falling over again. And guess what? What would make a lot more sense, you came all the way down, you got your confirmed back test, you can come out, you can break out. You can come all the way up to back test. Like, you could come up a little bit higher, you could wick to make a double top, roll over, come back down here, and then break up. This is why weekends are so very weird. Weekends are strange. They're awkward. They're abnormal. However, it's a great way to make a ton of money if you can read these charts. Because now you are looking for another 5.7% rise out of Phantom at the moment. However, if Bitcoin decides to roll over, guess what? You have support down here, which would be just be confirming a back test, getting another touch, and getting ready for the even bigger rise. So this is just something I wanted to cover here. Why it's so weird. Also, Bitcoin is still trying to go up. Let me check on my trade. Trade's still going well. We're okay. Now that's on Phantom. If you guys didn't follow along on that, it's okay because we have multiple colors here. It's awkward, it's weird, and most of the time I don't like it. I mean, the fact that you wick down to touch, you literally backtested 2 different levels, which is a very strong level of support. That's why you expect to bounce. Could this thing underperform? Yes. Yes, it could. Because guess what? Out of this symmetrical triangle, your measured move actually coincides perfectly with it. So yeah, I'd expect it to hit that mark right away. You have two different things indicating you're going there. So yeah, enjoy that. 5.7% is your target. you're more than likely going to hit it. Just make sure your stop loss is below this wick. Good to go. Actually, you could probably put your stop loss a little higher, right below this moving average, the 100 simple moving average on the 15-minute, which would make it. Oh, you also have a support level down there. That's cool. But 4467, and you can see Phantom's trying to make its move right now, which is great. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out Render. Render's another one that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. The inception of different things. I did a very bad job of my colorations here. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. Perfect. Perfection. Need a lighter pink. Need it bigger. You need to be able to see it. Larger. There you go. So render token, we just broke out. So we have the first measured move, which is 7% upside from the point of support. We have a much larger move, but from the bull flag, came out, back tested as support. Now, bring this up here. You have the 6.68% move. We can get rid of that because they're coinciding with each other. Actually, it's not 6.8, 695. There's that. However, all of this means you're going to break out of this symmetrical triangle. So the symmetrical triangle breakout indicates you're going up here. If you have a positive breakout, which would indicate 18% upside out of render. If Bitcoin goes up, I expect render to take the 18%. If Bitcoin goes down, I expect render to fall 16% and find support down here. Why do I have this alert here? I don't have a clue. It's probably for something else that I saw earlier, which makes no sense. But these are the things. The weekends are for the traders. Traders, they take over the weekend. You see all these random things form because the traders are out and they're having a ball. Absolute ball. Now, the trade that I'm in right now, we're going to cover this. Dusk. You can see this rising wedge pattern in this otherwise bull flag. Yeah, we're in on this short right now, which I'm worried about because we're finding support. Damn. Anyways, price target of the rising wedge measure the thick portion. You can see where the backtest was. 13% downside. Now Bitcoin, if Bitcoin decides to throw a monkey wrench into this, we're going to find support on the major level of support, which is this rising channel. We'll find support there, and then we might continue our upside, which makes a lot of sense because it is our macro, but hey, we're still pink. Let's go. Then you'd be looking for an upside target all the way up there based off this pattern. However, you have this other pesky little bull flag situation that would indicate this. So now you have two separate price targets. You would actually just throw a profit-taking level right here at 27762. Can't talk. Talking's hard. Don't judge me. And then you have your second profit-taking level up here at 3363. However, if Bitcoin rolls over, you're looking to not only fall down, make your measured move down here to 19907, but you would also look to even further find your support down below it. Find your support along this level down here. Let's get this out of the way. Find your support down here at like maybe 17754. If Bitcoin rolls over, that's where you're going. Now, things you got to worry about. You have completely conflicting indicators, not only with your MACD, your relative strength index, but your stochastic RSI as well. Now, the stochastic RSI has the least amount of weight, so we just ignore it. Like, we don't need to care about that. What we need to look at is how far are you away from your 50 simple moving average? Oh, you still have some downside. Great. So you're probably going to try and get a little closer to that. Another thing you got to worry about is, oh, we're kind of in a falling wedge pattern, which would indicate higher prices. Anyways, then on top of that, you have the bearish cross on the MACD in overbought territory. Bearish cross indicates lower prices. So, when you have several indicators indicating, hey, we're probably going down, I like to lean toward the downside. This is where trading gives you a little bit of an edge, but nothing is saying that has to happen. You're just trying to, based off the data you're given, have better probability on what could happen. That's all technical analysis is. Because if we come down here to the 15-minute, guess what? 15-minute, we are in neutral control zone. We are sitting in the neutral territory for the MACD, and we can also see the stochastic is trying to reset right now, indicating this bad boy might be double bottoming and going to the upside, which indicates to me Bitcoin might throw a monkey wrench in my trade. Oh, it's not even a double bottom. It's technically a lower low, which maybe that'll save the trade, but whatever. Upon a breakout, if we get a breakout, you would expect to test this upper trend line once again. But yeah, so that's what I see. Here's the riskiest one you could possibly find on the internet. I don't know what XCN is at all, but I'm gonna cover this because I want to be the one who covered XCN. We're gonna see. We were in this falling channel. We got a breakout. Got a breakout. Um, yeah, not only did we get a breakout, we broke our first level of resistance technically, working our way up to the second level of resistance. And I'm gonna zoom out here so you all can see where your next level of resistance is. I found this on the 4-hour. That's not on the daily. On the daily, your next level of resistance is all the way up here, 123%. I am not saying jump into this coin. All I'm saying is what's possible. And this looks ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I would say this holds a little more weight because you do have that 100 simple moving average on the daily coming down. But here's your 200. Your 200 is way up here. So as we saw what could happen out of like Gala and GRT, if this has some positive news, the only thing I saw is that they're staking. That's it. I have no idea why it got destroyed. I know it rebranded. That's about it. I know nothing of this token. I just know, oh, past couple days, we've seen something different. You break this level at 1471. I mean, very inefficient price action before you see 3426. Very inefficient. So, I've seen weirder things. I will say that. Also, you never made a lower low than your entry price. I didn't even see that down there. Wow. I didn't even see that. That's funny. That your last level of support. If you do not break that, you're going down. That's funny. I didn't see that. And your downside for that is great. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's 82%. 83%. Let it die. Let's go. Anyways, that's what I see out of these markets. It's absolutely nuts. We're going to look at one more token. We're going to take a look at LDO. So LDO, Lido. It is a staking for Ethereum, like layer 2 staking situation. You are in this nice weak bull flag. Actually, I'm going to show you why I have that there. But we did have that level of support. We broke down from it. We found support. Didn't even touch it, really. But if we do manage to break out, we should see Lido come up here to $4.94. Should see it. and that would give you a brand new all-time high. This level of resistance is your weekly resistance, so that's the main resistance you're looking to break, and you would expect new all-time highs. Which, let's pull the fib out. So we pull the fib out from the bottom down there, and it looks like we would overperform our first measured level at $4.50. Maybe. We're just going to have to wait and see. But Lido seems very strong. Very, very strong. So, actually, hold on. I should mark that out. I should mark that bad boy out. There we go. Turn it green. So we know the level. That's definitely not 450, is it? That's still not 450. God, am I remedial? There we go. 450. I might be remedial. I might be. Anyways, let's dive into it a little bit. Lido, what should we expect tonight? You can see that same rounded bottom we see out of Bitcoin. You can see we did have the supply line. We held it, held it, held it until we didn't. Back test it as resistance, saw further downside. Looks like you're trying to test it one more time. Uh, Another thing we could look at is the fact that we have this anchor point here based off the drop. So we have an anchor here coming right up there. It's a nice little channel. Nice little channel. So we fell out of the channel. Looks like might try to break back in. Have your alert set up for this right here at 268.27. If you break above it, you would expect to test the top of the channel, which also would give you new all-time highs, which then, hey, fair game. Way higher prices are coming. Fair game. These trend lines will absolutely not matter anymore if you see more upside from there. So yeah, that's what I see out of Lido. Anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. Hopefully you're still doing your own research, doing your own TA, and anybody who actually watches this, thank you. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, join the Discord, give me some requests one day. Other than that, I'm getting out of here. Much love. Take it easy. Deuces.